Hi guys, how are you?
Good.
Okay, so as I was saying earlier, it was like a bohemian spot to me because it seemed like it's like a co-op here. Is that so, eh?
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
A little bit, eh? Okay, okay. So, Leela, tell me a little bit about you. You know, how did you get about in this? How did this group come about?
Well, Casey and I actually grew up together, so we're longtime friends, and we've always kind of done, well, we started out doing theater together and then moved into video production, and this is us getting back into theater, which I think for us was just a really good step. We always liked theater more than video, not that we don't love video, but just we love video, but having audience reaction stuff, and for this production in particular, what John and Casey were able to do with integrating video into a play production with an audience was for us a really big deal.
So, are you guys all New Yorkers?
No.
Who's from Kansas?
I'm from Alabama.
Alabama.
Not original.
Emily?
I'm from Boston, North Shore.
Boston. Okay. Okay. So you
We
guys.
all kind of met in Boston.
Yeah, we all
Yeah, well, we
know.
all come through Boston
Through
at some
Boston.
point.
By
or
way
another.
of
I grew up
Boston.
in
I think,
Boston.
yeah,
These
I
guys all
grew
went
up
to
in
school
Boston,
there.
yeah.
So.
I grew up in Pensacola, Florida.
Florida. Oh, you
And
way
then
far.
Three of us went to college together.
Okay.
In Massart, and that's how we met.
Right.
Right.
Three of us.
Okay, so I'm gonna scoot over to Emily. Emily, okay, so what part you play in this? Because you were talking about lighting or what?
Saving
Yeah. Since way back at Massart, I've been producing shows with these guys and some of their videos and other live events, and lighting is one of those holes that always needs to be filled. It brings the show together. It's something I've always been passionate about, just because it just tightens everything up at the very
Lighting.
end. And I get this.
Emily likes filling holes.
Oh my God. This is not that kind of interview.
He's terrible.
Well, and no, her lighting like changed the show's
Yeah.
It really
mood.
did.
It's set.
I mean, over the course of
Well, I showed up.
a couple of days.
It's
Yeah.
Tuesday. I got on a bus Tuesday and got here at the Port Authority at 1 o'clock in the morning. Got here at 2. Started working. Went to bed at 4.
Went to the 24-hour hardware store.
We went to the 24-hour hardware store, the Nut House. That was a great it totally set the tone for me. Like, oh, Nut House.
Without seeing it.
I didn't know
Yeah.
anything about the play. I didn't have a script, which is pretty traditional for me working with not just these guys, but like almost all the artist live events things I've done.
All the artists,
So it's like a puzzle I just show up at, and I'm like,
Come in
okay.
and fix this.
Well, actually, your key part, without lighting, nothing's gonna happen, eh? Nothing.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's in the dark, you know. And,
Exactly.
Yeah, you got to be able to see what you're doing. So I feel like, I don't know. I feel like the thread that sews patches together.
Hey, without it, it wouldn't happen.
Well, and with
Yeah.
the way that the show is blocked, the lighting's really important because we do have 2 stages going on. So
And
that,
video
Okay.
projections.
And video projections going on.
Yeah.
too, as well.
so the lighting's huge that way.
Yeah.
So you guys like the new media, huh?
Yes.
I guess we just are new media.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's
That's a big statement to make right there.
Yeah.
I'm just going for it.
Making statements.
We've
This is
embraced it.
fresh.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, in a way we are, but in another way, I mean, I feel like a lot of the stuff here is very like
Traditional.
low cost materials that we're using. That Emily's using them in a way that doesn't necessarily look like that. Like all these clamp lights are basically wired to a light board. I mean, these are clip lights that she turned into
Proper stage lighting.
Proper stage
Yeah.
lighting.
Wow.
You know, by stripping lamp cord and wiring it all together and putting it on a dimmer. I mean, a dimmer. So
Yeah, like household
you know,
ones.
we basically have a budget that would get us 1 trip at Home Depot, and we've turned it into something that.
5 trips out.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you know, we built this and the lighting too on a budget that I think, you know, with the lights especially, it got turned into something that looks professional, but it's in fact, you know,
That's where
lamp lights that people would use on like a construction site.
And that's where my art is.
Yeah.
That I developed with these guys over a long time, and
We should
other,
call
and
you.
other things
We
I've
should
done.
call you an inventor, eh?
Well, thank you. That's really
Well,
flattering.
well,
but
Ah.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, Emily and Kate together have been very creative.
Yeah.
With a shoestring
With the
budget,
yeah.
with a space that isn't necessarily easy to work with.
Definitely
Right.
not a
Yeah.
traditional theater.
Well, and like I wasn't exactly slated to come out either, and so Kate just sort of was like, okay, like we talked it over on the phone. I was boss. I was like, well, we can kind of try to start doing it like that and see how it goes, and call me, I guess.
Yeah.
So she bought, those household dimmer things and some of these clip lights, and I was like, get some floodlights, like those security ones when you walk out back, and it's like, oh, I'm not gonna steal stuff.
So you tweaked it, eh?
And then I show up and I'm like, all right, so these are the parts you got, and we only have this many.
Let's make it work.
Let's keep making it work and tightening it up. And I think that it doesn't, the good lighting doesn't require perfect tools. I think a lot of this is evident also. A good show doesn't require perfect tools. It's the craft that you put in those moments.